Get your XRP with our sponsor, crypto exchange BITUNIX. The link is in the description below. We have no KYC and no VPN. Again, we have more breaking news for Ripple XRP. We have just in Ripple to raise at least $1 billion to purchase XRP, right? So let's say we see Ripple buy $1 billion worth of XRP at the current prices, right? Let me just do the handy dandy calculator, right? Obviously, they won't probably buy 1 billion at once, so probably spread it out over time. But if we see Ripple buying at these current prices at around $1.22, guys, we have Ripple buying 440 million XRP, which is around 0.05% of the supply, right? So we do have Ripple buying a ton of XRP, right? So we do have the supply shock continuing, Ripple speeding up the supply shock, leading to a parabolic increase for XRP as we have institutions, banks, retail all scrambling to buy the limited, finite amounts of XRP available. So guys, very, very bullish, and we can see we do have the funds are to be housed inside of a new digital asset treasury, or DATS, according to people familiar with the matters. We do have Ripple essentially starting up their own treasury reserve with XRP. And guys, they wouldn't be doing this if they weren't bullish on XRP. So again, very, very bullish stuff. We can see we do have Ripple Labs Inc. Ripple Labs, they are the same people, is leading an effort to raise at least $1 billion to accumulate XRP. We have Cointelegraph covering the exact same news as well. And this is according to Bloomberg, so massive confirmation. And we do have from a very long time ago, Ripple's objective has consistently been to maintain ownership of 25% of the total XRP supply. So guys, we have a ton of XRP in the escrow left. We have Ripple holding, I believe, around 2 billion plus XRP. So guys, we're about to see Ripple buying a ton of XRP, and maybe that is a reason why we do have the price of XRP going down. That way Ripple can pick up more XRP at these cheaper prices. Now, we do have more breaking. That is California passing law to allow state government to custody Bitcoin and crypto. So we now have California holding XRP, Bitcoin, and crypto, the fourth largest economy in the world to now hold Bitcoin and XRP. Very, very bullish. And on top of that, guys, we do have CoinShares filing for XRP ETF listing on NASDAQ. So with buying pressure from retail, institutions, whales, banks, companies, and ETFs, treasury reserves, Ripple themselves, governments, and so on, guys, a supply shock is right around the corner. But unfortunately, we do have some bad news, and that is the XRP shutdown continuing. Unfortunately, the US government shutdown is still on, and so guys, it seems like we do have more delays happening with the XRP ETFs. We do have a deadline for Grayscale's XRP ETF, which is supposed to happen tomorrow, October 18, 21 shares on the 19th, Bitwise on the 20th, and guys, we have ETF potential launches happening up until October 25th. But guys, again, it seems like we will see more delays with the US government shutdown. And lastly, ending off the video, let's play this video of Ripple Brad Garlinghouse. This is one of his latest videos.
I'm wondering too, kind of dipping back into market structure here for a second. I mean, if the Senate doesn't get stuffed on market structure, you've said that you've already seen this increased interest in things like stablecoin in the markets. I mean, does that kind of put a freeze on things if there's no regulatory clarity coming from Congress this year and no certainty? Is that going to make it that much harder for a lot of the digital asset space to gain traction with companies, gain traction with banks?
So I think you asked the question in kind of a black versus white, and I think about it as gray. It depends upon the bank. It depends upon what people like Paul Atkins say publicly and put out as position papers on behalf of the SEC or CFTC. And I think it's kind of to be determined. But the more time that goes by, the better I think it is for the industry, period. again, Ripple happens to be in a unique position, and that we fought a multi-year battle to get that clarity for XRP. And so that the number of people building in and around the XRP ecosystem grew quickly after that resolution was final, because like, oh, okay, this is now clear. I think the whole industry needs that. The whole industry
massive
needs to
green light for XRP.
to be able to lean in and build, whether you're building payment solutions, custody solutions, land title registry solutions, tokenizing commercial real estate. Like this tsunami is still coming, and I don't think there's anything that the U.S. federal government is going to do to stop that. Leaning in to provide clarity so that consumers are protected, companies know how to operate. The vast majority of entrepreneurs I know in crypto want to play by the rules. They're asking to understand what the
That is it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.